Melinda was a few minutes late to an executive meeting in the company where she worked, but she had to take a brief stop at a drugstore to buy some lozenges. She drove into a large shopping mall, darted out her car, and drove into a drugstore. "Please, do you have any lozenges? I think I am about to have a sore throat." "Yes, I have one," said the store attendant. The attendant fetched a packet of tablets from the rack. Melinda grabbed it from her, tore open the sachets in the rack, and dropped 2 tablets into her mouth and began to lick them quickly. "How much is it?" 500 naira only, replied the attendant. Melinda dug into her bag in search of money. When she raised her head to offer the attendant the 500 naira note in her hand, the attendant pointed to someone standing behind Melinda's back and said, "He has taken care of it." "Who?" said Melinda as she turned to see who was standing behind her. "Holy Moses. Michael? Ghost. Ghost?" Melinda literally leapt over the counter and ran into the room behind the store. The attendant followed suit, believing that the man who stood in her shop was a ghost. Michael called for Melinda to come back, assuring her that he was no ghost. "Melinda, please come out. This has to be your ghost, right? Tell me this is your ghost. I am here and fresh. If I was dead, then who is standing in front of you?" "Ask Michael." "Your ghost. The ghost of Michael is standing in front of me." "I heard you were dead. You died in Malta. You died in a plane crash in Malta?" "Angelique." "Yes, Angelique. She told me everything about your burial. She even snapped photos of it," replied Melinda. "She told you that I was dead? But here I am in flesh and blood. I am no ghost." "Okay, do your test. Prove yourself that I am no ghost." Melinda grabbed as much flesh on Michael's hand as she could and pulled hard. "Ah!" shouted Michael. "You are not dead. Now, do you believe that I am not dead, Melinda?" "Okay, you are not dead. But you being alive leaves a lot of questions. There is a grave somewhere which is supposedly your grave. Who is in it? Where on earth have you been all these years? Do you have a contact where I can reach you?" "Maybe a ghost contact. I have to dash off to a meeting." Melinda and Michael exchange phone numbers, and Melinda leaves for work. As Melinda drove to work, she couldn't stop wondering why Angelique told her that Michael was dead. Melinda picked her phone and dialed Angelique's number. It rang severally, and no one picked it. She arrived at the company and was packing her car when her phone rang. She checked it and saw it was Angelique's number. "Hello, Anjo. Guess who I saw?" The words of the voice on the other end of the line made Melinda stop code. The masculine voice said, "I am sorry, this is not Anjo. If Anjo is the owner of this phone number calling you, then I'm sorry to tell you that she is dead. She just lost her life in an auto accident." "No, she cannot be dead. You are wrong," Melinda shouted, crying. "Hello," said the male voice. "I am calling to inform you of her death because you are the last phone number to have dialed her phone." "How did my friend die?" asked Melinda amidst heart-wrenching sobs. Her car screeched to a stop on Maya Avenue, and she ran out of it as though something in the car was after her. She was shouting incoherently and looking back at her car while trying to cross the road. A car ran over her. Melinda began to tremble terribly. Melinda recovered much later in the day and went home. She then called some of her friends to inform them about Angelique's death. By the time Melinda was calling, Angelique's parents had already been informed and had come to identify Angelique's body as their daughter's. Melinda called Michael to inform him about Angelique's death. "You will not believe what happened after I left you. Angelique is dead. She died earlier today." "Are you sure? Oh my God! What? Oh God, I do not know what to say. Are you sure she is dead for real?" "Believe me, Michael, she is dead. How are you feeling now? I know this must be hard for you. Can I come over and be with you?" No, do not worry, my boyfriend is on his way here. How did it happen? Angelique's death, asked Michael. What I was told is shocking. It sounds like something from the movies. I was told she was running away from something in her car when a car rammed into her. There was silence on the other side of the phone conversation. Michael, are you there? There was still silence. Hello, Michael, are you there? Then came a heart-stopping shriek from Michael's own end of the conversation. The shout jolted Melinda so much, she threw her phone on the bed and fled from her room. She was headed for her door when it creaked and began to open. Melinda stood in front of it, frozen with fear and her heart pounding away like the rumbling of the sky during the rainy season.